Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the weekly Wednesday travel show. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Carl from Healy Adventures and I post weekly videos about my travels in Southeast Asia and around the world. So if you like that content, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button so that you are notified every time I post. On today's Vietnam vlog 4, we head off to Phong Nha National Park and to Ninh Binh. The further north we started heading, the colder it got. We were now in hoodies and jackets. And on today's vlog, it's more of a backpacker's budget itinerary, especially for Phong Nha National Park. You could spend days and hundreds of dollars there, but we decided to do it in one day. Spent just a few dollars and we absolutely loved it. It is such a beautiful place. Ninh Binh is one of those places you kind of travel for. You never hear of Ninh Binh. You go there and it is absolutely stunning. You can't understand how places like Thailand are so spoken of, but this is barely mentioned. And yeah, let's just get straight into today's video. So in Phong Nha, you can either spend a couple of days there and go on these tours. Some of the tours will take you ziplining, some of them will take you on a boat tour in the river and the cave, some of them will take you trekking in the forest, and you can end up spending quite a lot of money there. If you're more of a budget backpacker, you can do as we did. We rented the bike for a day. We only had a day in Phong Nha National Park and we did the loop around the park. It's raining. We had these ponchos that really saved us there, these motorbike ponchos. It doesn't cost anything to ride around the national park, and that in itself is such a stunning thing to do. And then you can pay for things around the loop you're driving in. Our first stop was the Botanical Garden. It's a 2 to 3 hour trek in the forest with some waterfalls, absolutely beautiful.
YouTube, subscribe, Healy Adventures.
As soon as we were done with the Botanical Garden, we then head off to the next point which we wanted to go to, which was the Paradise Cave. The Paradise Cave is one of the longest, if I'm not mistaken, in Vietnam, and definitely the longest in Phong Nha. After the Paradise Cave, it was getting late, all of the attractions started to close down. We decided to drive our bike around and just enjoy the beauty of it.
The clouds are running through the trees and oh my god!
Left Phong Nha and head off to Ninh Binh on a sleeper bus. Now I want to explain something that happened to us on the sleeper bus. Normally, obviously this is a sleeper bus, you're going to sleep there, so you normally don't need accommodation. They normally come pick you up late at night, maybe 9, 10, 11, and you arrive at your next destination around 6, 7, 8 a.m. However, there are some times which the bus company will tell you they arrive at 8 a.m. and it will arrive at 5 a.m. Sometimes they tell you 7 a.m. and you arrive at 4 a.m. This was one of those cases. Now we never got accommodation for as soon as we arrive. We will get accommodation from the next day. We risk it kind of, but most of the time, 7 times out of 10, we would get accommodation for the next day, check-in at 1 p.m. and we go to the dorm at 8 a.m, 7 a.m, and they do accept us. They tell us, yes, you have an empty bed, you can come on in. So you kind of win that morning, you can sleep and you're not actually paying for it. But on this occasion, we arrived at 4 a.m. When they told us that we'd arrive around 6, 7 a.m. and yeah, it was dark, it was super cold. So we had to find a nearby train station and we slept on the metal chairs there just for 2 hours, 3 hours until the hostel opened. Once it did, we went there and again they accepted us, no problem, we could go in and stay that morning, get a super early check-in. So if you want to get accommodation for that night also, it's up to you. We were on a budget, so obviously if we could, I mean the sleeper bus would cost us around 8 to 12 euros, so we didn't want to spend an extra couple of euros on the accommodation for that night when you would only get the morning basically. And most dorms will actually accept you. So there are a few times, I think 4 times, where we didn't get accepted, we had to wait it out. It's super annoying, but then again, it's up to you. So we started off the day with the Big Dong Pagoda. We head off to Tamkok, but we realized that these boat tours will be able to see them from Hang Muad, the place we were still going to, and we decided instead of wasting time and money over there, we'll just go to Hang Muad. So as soon as you arrive to Hang Muad, you'll see the massive Karst mountain with hundreds of people climbing up and down the stairs. But before that, you will go to the lotus pond. And then it was time for the Hang Muad climb. There are very steep steps, and at one point you come to a dead end to either go right or left. Do go left, it is the way towards the dragon and the higher viewpoint, and it is the side where you get to see both sides, the side of Tamkok and the side of the lotus pond. After that, it was time for Trang An, which is this boat tour. It is a tourist trap, especially at first. We had to wait an hour and a half, and this was a cloudy day. I can't imagine when it's an absolutely beautiful day. We chose, if I'm not mistaken, Route 3, and then at some point we almost ended up alone. There were no other boats next to us, which was great. And in this tour, you go through caves from one side and you end up going out from the other side. If you are claustrophobic, there are times where you have to actually bend down because you will hit a rock. It is so low. And definitely a very, very unique thing. A tourist trap, but I'd say worth it. So that's it on Vietnam Vlog 4. I really hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, don't forget to like and maybe comment, and if you haven't yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I will be leaving a ton of information in the description in terms of prices, in terms of Google Map locations, anything I want to say will go there, so don't forget to check that out, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.